I've been with Reventon 2.5 years, and for me, I wanted to invest in my interview. So it was funny, I went home, I told my wife, she goes, "How did your interview go?" I go, "Great, we're buying an investment property." She's like, "Did you get the job?" I go, "No, don't worry about that. What I know is we're buying an investment property." And that was because I interviewed with Tim, and I think the interview probably went about an hour. Yeah. And then I probably stayed another hour just picking his brain, asking him lots of questions. I was so intrigued to know more. So I probably waited longer than I would have to buy something, but I sort of waited 2 or 3 months, got my teeth into it and understood a little bit more about what we do here at Reventon and how our investments help people achieve their goals, and really probably work out what my goals were first. So so Tim actually helped me find my first property, which was
you helped yourself. You wouldn't have got the job if you didn't buy us.
So. Very good point, actually. Didn't think about it that way. But Tim educated me on the areas the same way I now educate our clients as well on the areas. And for me, it was regional Victoria. That stacked up for me. Vacancy rates really low, proven growth already in that location through that corridor. Lots of infrastructure projects going on. So for me, it was just tick, tick, tick the whole way through. So I ended up buying a brand new property. So we found the block of land, we constructed the property, and now I've got my tenants in there.
Let's crunch some numbers. Do you remember what you paid for it?
I know exactly what I paid for it, to the dollar. Yeah. $443,000.
In Ballarat, how many years ago?
Contract was probably 2019.
2019. So what would it be worth now?
I'd estimate, I keep a very close eye. I'd estimate about 600 to 620.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
glad you made the decision.
Very, very much so. Yeah.
And then from there, obviously being able to redraw a bit more equity and go again. The next one that you bought, we're actually investment neighbours in.
We are neighbours.
We bought the same estate.
Yeah. So which will be good, because when you go and check on yours, you can keep an eye on mine, and when I check on mine, I can keep an eye on yours.
Likewise, that's good.
Yeah.
We'll be probably settling with upwards of 100 grand worth of equity in that as well.
At least you heard about that new estate round the corner. Mm-hmm. Blocks of land are selling for almost more than our house and land package.
Yeah, there you go. I think for myself, I've obviously been here for approaching 10 years now, and when I first started here, I was intrigued by the way that Chris invested, and I've basically taken on the exact same approach that he has. So we call it the Reventon formula, and we don't just teach our clients that, but we live and breathe it ourselves. So I'm proud to say that in a lot of the estates and a lot of the areas that we are recommending to our clients, I personally own real estate with in as well, and I like to be able to say to my clients, we're investment neighbours, and I'm more than happy to show people a contract to sale, showing that we buy in the same location with the same builders at the same price as our clients, because that gives them a lot of confidence we're putting our money where our mouth is.
And you've had a couple of pretty good wins yourself. Tell us about Brisbane, southwest of Brizzy.
Southwest of Brizzy, I bought an investment property there in Springfield, which is about 35 kilometres south of Brisbane, in the Ipswich Council. Paid $450,000 for that in August last year, renting at $450 per week. 12 months later, almost to the day, I had it valued at $660,000. So being able to pull about 45% growth in 12 months. That's actually a market that I watched for 8 years before I personally bought them and before we recommended clients to buy there. And then the next purchase past that was the one Marcus bought in at the same time. We've got probably 10-15 clients that followed our lead there in Greenbank, which is just to the east of Springfield. And again, obviously big master planned area with a lot of infrastructure happening, and any of our clients that took our lead on that will probably be settling with upwards of $100,000 worth of equity uplift before they even put a key in the doors.
Yeah, I think there's a real belief in what we do here from not only our CEO all the way through to our whole team. And for many months I've seen people mention, I'm thinking about buying investment property, and ask me questions, pass in the hallway, ask a question, or hey, can we catch up? I'd like my partner to sit in and listen as well.
So in Toowoomba, we've got the Chief Strategy Officer, we've got myself, we've got Client Services, Greenbank, we have the Accountant.
Yep, and Client Services in there as well.
Client Services?
Yep.
Okay.
Adelaide?
Adelaide, so we've got our videographer who's filming this at the moment. We also have one of the girls out of CHC Planning that bought there.
It's not only our staff and ourselves buying investment properties. I think I talked about the belief before. You know, I believe very much in what we do here, and I'm happy to tell anyone who will listen. I think I chew the videographer's ear off the most about property and helping him grow his portfolio. But I've helped my brother. So I've helped my brother buy an investment property. I've helped my parents buy an investment property. I've helped good friends and their friends help them buy investment properties as well. So, you know, it's not just the staff that are being given access to this great information and access to this great business, Reventon. You know, I'm trying to spread as wide as I can the knowledge that I've learnt, and to be able to help as many friends and family as possible as well.
I think that's why we all got into this business in the first place, is that you obviously learn a hell of a lot, which helps you personally in your finances, but that flow-on effect goes on to your friends and family as well, and it gives you great satisfaction to be able to help those people.